Hello everyone, back again with me, Cindy. And for the final exam, we will discuss about the function of language. Before we start with the topic, I will talk a little about psycholinguistics. What is psycholinguistics? Psycholinguistics is a branch of study which combines the discipline of psychology and linguistics. It is concerned with the relationship between the human mind and the language as it examines the process that occur on brain while producing and perceiving both written and spoken discourse. People talk for a purpose. Listeners would be remiss if they did not register this purpose and act accordingly. So, why do people listen? Speakers convey their purpose in three separable parts of their utterances. The first one is the speech acts, followed by the propositional content and the thematic content. For example, there is two men talking to each other. The first man is Chris and the second one is Peter. So Chris asks Peter, does Lewis own a car? Before Peter answer his questions and answer Chris' question, Peter has to register these three bits of information and search memory for the right information and provide the answer to Chris' questions. And after Peter is done with those process, Peter can deliver the information to Chris. Just like that, Peter can answer Chris that yes, he does. Lewis does. In fact, he bought another car last week. And next we will talk about speech acts. Speech acts are limited in their variety. For example, we have three sentences. The first one is Lewis own a car. The second one is does Lewis own a car? And the third one is I want you that Lewis owns a car. Its sentence is said to have a different kind of elocutionary forces. And then we will talk about category of speech act. According to John Shirley, there are 5 general categories of speech acts. The first one is representative. What is meant by representative is when the speaker conveys his belief that some proportion is true. For the example, like suggesting, hypothesizing, swearing, and stating. The second one is directives. It is when the speaker attempts to get the listener to do something, such as ordering, commanding, requesting, begging, and pleading. The third one is commissive. It is when the speaker is committing himself to some future course of action, like promises, vows, pledges, contracts, guarantees, and other types of commitments. And the fourth one is expressive. It is when the speaker wants to express their psychological state about something. A speaker may apologize, thanks, welcome, congratulates, deplores, or express how good or bad they feel about some event. And the last one is declaration. It is when a speaker utters a declaration, his words bring out a new state of affairs. For example, you are fired, I resign, and I hereby sentence you to 5 years in prison. Most declarations are specialized for use within a particular system such as employment, law, or government. Like for more formal situation, Each of these categories requires different reactions from the listener. And out of that 5 categories we talked about before, the first 2 are the most important. And then we get to the propositional and thematic content. When the speaker makes an assertion, what belief is they attempting to convey? When he utters a directive, what action does he want to carry out? The answer for this question are found in propositional and thematic content of their utterances. For example, it is Julia who discovered the virus, and the second sentence is, was it Julia who discovered the virus? Listener must deal not with the propositions underlying Julia discovered the virus, but also with the thematic content associated with them. What listeners do with the contents depends on the speech act. Like for the first question, it was assertion. It was Julia who discovered the virus. And the speech act for the second sentences is about question because it asks, was it Julia who discovered the virus? It emphasized that the speaker wants to get information whether it is or not Julia who discovered the virus. Both speech acts they have to search memory, compare one proposition with another, and carry out other mental operations. I think that's all for today, and thank you for your attention, and see you in another chance maybe. Bye, thank you.